Warm welcome to our show tonight. I'm your host Anton Twin, and the topic of discussion is entrepreneurship pre, during, and after university. My panelists here, Marianne Rashid, who is a BCom student at Africa Nazarene. Then I have on my right, Kimbel Kimani, who is a lawyer student from the same university, and to my far right is Fataki Emmanuel Scott, who is a communication student from the same university, and they're going to help me tackle this topic about entrepreneurship in campus. Warm welcome. My first question, which goes to Marianne Rashid. You are a university student, and it is all about education. How do you think about this university education? Is it equipping students so that in the near future or during their time of study to be entrepreneurs?
Well, thank you, Anthony. I'm grateful to be here, and to get back to your question, I would say the university, yes, does equip students into entrepreneurship. For instance, I'll give an example whereby we have a unit called entrepreneurship. Students are equipped with knowledge that enables them to come up with ideas and venture and identify a market outside there, and be able to make something out of themselves. So I would say university education does help students into getting into the entrepreneurship.
Thank you. According to the few knowledge I have is that it's very few students who start business maybe after joining campus or within their years in school. For instance, Fataki, do you have any business, and what do you think about what is limiting these students from starting businesses?
Thank you so much, Anthony, for the question, and thank you for inviting us as well. Personally, I don't have a business.
Yeah.
I just have projects that I do within school and outside school, because first of all, I'm a foreigner, so in this land I cannot do business if I'm not registered or if I don't have a work permit. But I can say also the timeline of students sometimes do not allow them to have businesses, because some people have full-time classes from morning to evening, so they don't really have time. But some people, they are so motivated, they are so ambitious, they can still sneak, they still have some time they can put in between their classes to have businesses.
Yeah, so you think there is no limiting factor? Anyone can start business?
Anyone can start, but it depends with you.
Commitment,
Yeah, with the commitment, it depends with your time also, the time factor.
Yeah.
And then something else just to add on that, I would say, Anthony, that another limiting factor is that capital, for one to start a business, and as you all know that we are students, so you might have that idea that you want to implement it, but you might not have the resources to equip it.
But I think capital is not really a factor.
Yeah, it's not really.
Capital it is.
It really isn't if you think about it objectively.
Yeah.
You find that you can have this capital, but what's your network?
Yeah.
Who are you selling these things to?
Yeah.
What is your clientele? Are you really maximizing 100% every time your business gives you something? Because you have loans, right? You have people you can borrow money.
Yeah.
That is possible. It's usually such a common thing to face capital, but I don't think that's
Capital is not a factor.
it's not really. You have avenues to figure it out, but your network.
So
who are you
Kimberly, you
selling?
mean to say that networking, so to mean that the people you meet, the people you interact while in campus, some
think that's
even
your
better
market.
even after graduation.
Yes. The fact that you keep in contact with these people who you've grown with and have an idea of what you're trying to sell to them, they understand it even better, makes it more diverse. It's even bigger than you.
Yeah.
It goes beyond them. They share the word. It goes, and it's a chain, and you become so stable.
Back to you again, Kimberly. We have unemployment affecting most youths or even graduates themselves. Do you think entrepreneurship can serve to solve this problem of unemployment?
Yes. I personally, thank you for inviting me. But I do. I actually think that entrepreneurship is such a wide gate that we need to explore more. And we have ideas. Every time we're sitting, we're like, I should do this, I should start this, we should, and that motivation he was talking about, that creativity comes through. And if we get the right avenues, like there's this youth fund that's usually there from every county has one, and these people actively look for us
Yeah.
to go and register. The government is ready to help, although it might be slow and there might be so many things happening.
Yeah.
It is possible for us to grow and get out of this joblessness. Even if it will be hard to break ice, it's a good start, and the future is bright enough for us to be able to be accommodated in this.
Thank you. That's a good answer.
I would like
Back
to
to
add
your
something.
Fataki, before you
Okay.
talk, she talked about networking, and again, I want to get your thoughts about networking. For instance, you do not have a good network while in campus. Do you think this serves as a role to save your life in the near future?
If you do not have,
For instance, you did not get a good network while in campus, you did not make friends, then you have graduated, you are going to the outside world without knowing anyone. Do you think this will be of a great loss to you?
I guess I don't think so. I don't think, because I believe people do change. I know because your maturity level can change at any time. Maybe in school you can be a shy person, then outside there, when life strikes you, you become very mature, you become very courageous to face life. I don't think it's a loss.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a loss.
I feel like it's not a loss again, because first the two panelists talked about the unit
Yeah.
that we are taught on entrepreneurship, how to handle business and how to handle customers, how to handle your idea and how to handle your ambitiousness. Yes.
Yeah.
So with this in mind, one, you have very high confidence in yourself. Your self-esteem is high. You're not second guessing this. And you know, in business, you're either all in. It's a great risk, but you have to be all there to be able to perform well. And even if you don't have this network, I can know you and we can get out of school, and you don't feel my idea anymore. But this knowledge that I have, I can handle this customer. Okay, hi, are you interested in bags? I sell bags.
Yeah.
It's you putting yourself out there that will make people receive your business well. So the network shouldn't disturb you as much if you don't have it, but how you know how to tackle it when you meet a certain person makes your clientele even larger.
Thank you. Marianne, we are talking about pre-university, before maybe you have joined the university. Did you ever had an entrepreneurial mind in yourself?
Yes, I had. And actually, there's this idea. I've always loved cooking. Cooking has always been my hobby.
Yeah.
And so I've had that idea up to date, but in the near months, so I have a project that I'm working on with a friend of mine that really want to make it work, because it's something that I've had it before. So now since we've taken a major step and we've talked about it, we've met. So this idea, we have an idea that we want to create a catering
Service.
Yes. And
So back to you again. So do you mean to say that entrepreneurial culture is inbuilt? For instance, in my case scenario, my mom was a business lady, but not even a single day I was introduced to business. So do you think this is something inbuilt, or maybe you can get someone to mentor you?
I'll say it's both.
Yeah.
But also to my case, it's inbuilt, because just like you, my mom is a businesswoman. She ventures in each and every business that she sees an opportunity. So I'd say it's something that it's inbuilt. Once, for instance, your father is hardworking, your mother is hardworking, that thing, it instills in you, automatic, it just comes in you. Although there are others that they're lazy, despite their parents working their asses off, or I'm sorry for that, working, but them, they wouldn't see that. For me, it's a must for them to do just like how their parents are doing.
Yeah.
But it's something that is inbuilt. If your parents are so, you automatically pick it. If you know what you want in the near future.
I feel like you build also that endurance when you're younger and when you're seeing. I feel the power of sight is very, 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 very strong in children, and whatever you think you're doing and you think you're not seeing, even if you didn't act on it, look at you now.
Yeah, Fataki. Yes. I want you to answer this question. We have had gambling taking a lot of time of campus students, especially the male gender. What do you think? Do gambling does gambling serve as a form of entrepreneurial idea?
Bill Gates once said, if you are born poor, you are born poor,
Yeah.
I won't blame you. It's not your fault. But if you die poor, I'll blame you because that's your fault.
Yeah.
So I can say the boy child nowadays does anything to get money.
Yeah.
Without money, you can't really do anything.
Anything.
Anything that will get you some money, some cash,
Yeah.
the boy child goes for it. But now it depends also with your values. Like for me, my values do not allow me to gamble.
Yeah.
They are against my value. I cannot do that. But for the rest of the boy child, they can do. I don't blame them. It's a way of
life.
living, you know.
Yeah.
Some people have made it in life just because of
Just
that.
because of that.
But you
yeah.
cannot get to help them and maybe tell them to look for different ideas
Because
other than
easy-
gambling.
easy money-
Because we have seen people losing a lot of cash in gambling.
Because people believe in easy money, but easy money cannot take you far.
Yeah.
Because it's money that comes, you are not prepared. Money that comes when you are not prepared, you cannot invest.
What do you mean you're not prepared? You're playing to win.
You're playing to win, then
Yeah, you are.
You're not
prepared
sure,
to-
you
a
know,
typical
you're not even
example-
sure if you're going to win.
It's a
But
risk.
You have
It's
made
because it's a
the
risk.
risk you make when you're handling a business is the same risk you guys handle when you're betting.
Yeah.
A typical example, this guy,
So
there
there's
was
loss,
a
there's
guy.
gain.
And
business,
whichever
in any
the
business.
outcome, you're ready.
Yeah.
That 10K, I know it's going to buy me food. I'm going to pay rent. This
Yeah.
easy money is just for these short-term things that you need right now.
By gambling, it's
So,
all about luck.
Kimberly,
But I can
you-
say, to finish this, a typical example, there was a guy who won 200 million.
Yes.
The guy was happily married, but after winning 200 million, he got another wife.
Yeah.
He traveled the world. I don't know
Went
whatever.
to
He was not
Dubai or
prepared.
over.
He was not prepared.
But
so
he
he's
was-
mad.
But
He
did
was
this life
about-
not change?
But
The
he
life
was,
Look at him now. Look at him. Go and look for him.
Yeah.
But- Pataki-
You'll be surprised. my
I
friend.
feel
Money
like
changes people in short.
Yeah.
it
But
changes
I-
people,
it's-
but you've always wanted to go out on holidays.
Yeah.
Right? You are prepared. I don't feel like you get money and you don't know what you want to do with them. Even if
Kimberly.
the desires are not going to
We're talking about 200 million. Kimberly.
Yes,
Yes.
that's what I'm
On the
saying.
table.
That's
People
that's,
even
that's
get
what I'm
shocked
saying.
with the
That's
kind of
what-
amount
you
you
see,
get. You know,
yes,
you
that's
even
what I'm-
panic. You don't even know
exactly what
whatever
I'm saying.
ideas you have that you wanted to implement, they disappear.
Exactly
You know?
what I'm saying. Why? Because
So,
you've always
Kimberly.
wanted to go through this. You've always wanted to have the high life. You'll do everything. You'll go buy watches. You go buy a new phone. Why? You're so excited and happy. You made plans ever since you were.
Marianne, do you agree with people gambling? Because I've seen that you are, I don't know which side you are.
What do you mean? Don't
Can
know
you
which
gamble
I am.
yourself? Do you support gambling?
I can't gamble because my religion, it doesn't allow it, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not, we consider it non-halal, you know. It's not something that it was practiced back during the days. But you see,
no
we're in
technology.
a different world now. People don't even care about the traditions or whoever did in the
Culture,
past, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, but my case, I can't gamble.
Yeah.
Because I'm taking someone's, it's not, okay, it's just not right for me.
No, Kimberly, let us talk about post-university.
Oh yes.
Do you think of starting a business?
Yeah, actually, yes. I have.
We know that a journey starts with a step. So you
That's
did not
true.
start a business from the time you were in high school, for instance.
I did,
You did not
actually.
start business in the university. You want to start business after
Afterwards.
university.
That's actually.
What's changed? What has changed? Or what we have changed by then?
I feel like I'd have grown.
Yeah.
You're much more mature and wiser on how to spend your money, where to spend it, where to save, where not to save. You have a little bit, you have like a firm foundation now. It's not like that you're guessing, right? And you've grown. You've been with mature people in different units, courses. These interactions have made you, oh, I shouldn't do this. That idea I can tweak this and this. And it's I feel like it's much more better to start afterwards, but there's no problem with starting when you're in campus or even before you enter campus. But the wisdom you get after campus will keep you afloat for a while.
Yeah. Fataki,
Yes, sir.
there's a lot of free time in campus. That's a fact.
No, there's no
Free
free
time in
time.
campus.
Yes. You find many students are on social media, they're just on Facebook, WhatsApp. There's no business going on. That's a fact, whether you agree or not.
I don't
Can you think? Do you think that this free time can be used to start an entrepreneurial idea business. For instance, on WhatsApp, you're doing business.
But first of all, in university there's no free time. People who go on social media, they just take their study time and
that's procrastinating.
social media.
Yeah.
But there's no free time for real.
So while students are studying, they are on social media.
Instead of studying, they are on social media.
Yeah.
That's what they do, but no free time. There's
So
no free time.
that's no free
There's
time.
no free time. That's no free time. Free time is when you don't have class, you don't have anything.
And that's
free
weekend.
time.
And that's just
That's
That's
a
the
weekend.
weekend, and you have
Yeah.
assignments to handle.
That's
you know.
just Sunday.
Then there's Sunday, you have to go to church.
You don't have a life when you're in school. I don't feel
For real,
like you
like
have
for
a
real.
life when you're in school.
Like for real.
It's so hard to maneuver.
But I now say, instead of going to social media,
Yeah.
that time you can create something. Just make something.
Yeah.
Videos,
Just make
money,
that.
yeah.
You can become a blogger. You can be anything. You can do anything.
because you're investing in
Yeah.
data bundles. You're investing your money.
Yeah.
Like this is something you're putting in every single
Instead of
day.
investing your
To
time in
be
something
around
that will
people
not
who
generate
don't check
anything.
up on you. So
Yeah.
I think that's why you're saying there's free time.
There's free
because
time.
because these people have a lot to do. We have a lot of stories to tell.
Yeah.
That's the misconception that you feel that you have.
Yeah.
There's no free time.
No, normally
One-
if you chat with
you
your
attend
friends,
a class of 2 hours, the rest of the day you are free. That's what I meant.
But you
No.
aren't.
yes.
You aren't
Marianne,
free.
Marianne, I don't know.
I support them.
Yeah.
There's no free time
There
actually.
isn't.
Yes.
So all the time you are on studies, on books, on social media.
But
Yes, of course.
it's
and
either
other things.
you're on those things or you're thinking
Yeah.
about school. So where's the free time?
There's no free.
Yeah, I'm still thinking about it even.
Fine. Let's continue that a debate for another day. Marianne, I don't know what you are aware about the student loans. Students in your campus are given loans, and these loans are just used to kuchipara. I don't know. Do you think they can use some of this money to just start a small business, to serve as an entrepreneurship and
What is your question? Are you asking the money, the help, or the loans
the help and
that
other
they help
loans?
students?
Yeah.
You're trying to say that it shouldn't only be that way, just
Should
for
it be used
education.
to should it be used to pay fees, or someone can use it to start a business? Because we have read stories on newspaper where students are using those money to start
Yes,
businesses, and after a year the business is booming, and they come and they start telling their stories.
I think loans shouldn't just be based on just paying school fees. If but just as my colleague Kimberly said, there are loans that like they go during the
Youth fund.
they're all over the youth fund. Yes.
Yeah.
So it's okay. It shouldn't only be for paying fees. If one can access loans and they have these ideas that they want to, well and good. They
but
can
I
access-
think I can say school was not meant for everyone.
Yeah.
No, I have friends we started with them along the way from primary school, but today they're big musicians, renowned musicians,
Yeah.
because they couldn't stay in school.
Yeah.
It's those people who do
your
who do businesses because from the help fund. I think they are oriented to do business. They're not really in school like
So,
school.
entrepreneurship is kind of a talent.
Can I?
This can build our talent.
Yeah.
Let me add something. I feel like it's a hit or miss with this question, but loans, especially help loans, if you are sure about your business,
Yeah.
right, you have it down to the T, then go ahead and use it, but don't be stupid. Yeah, if you know you can't hack it, we've
Yeah.
just said we don't have time. We've just said we have demands. This is like you're putting everything on the line.
But in entrepreneurship, you have to risk.
I am with you,
Yeah.
right? I'm just saying, if this is what you've decided to do, be sure that you're ready for the consequences, good or bad,
Yeah.
because this is a huge investment that you're taking and transferring to somewhere else.
Yeah.
Be sure of what you're doing. Don't just jump the gun and you have no idea what you're doing. So coming back to your question, it means that you have to be prepared.
Yeah.
Even if you're taking a risk, it's a prepared risk. Of course you don't know the outcome, but it's a prepared risk. And if you spend almost 100K that you can't even bring back,
Yeah.
go then bet. Afadhali you bet. Yeah, afadhali you bet. Yeah, wanguke. But don't waste your future because you've seen Mariam having a business. Fataki having a business, Kimberly having a business, she used the loans. See, itakuwa, she used
She
the
even
loans.
used,
I
yeah,
can do
for
it.
financial
Don't. Yeah. Just that's just like a cautionary. Don't if you're not sure about this.
Fine, thank you. Fataki, as a communication student, what's your stand on entrepreneurship? Does communication itself equip students to be successful in entrepreneurship, or it just makes a student to go for office jobs?
I think in communication, entrepreneurship is also key, because in communication we don't just sit there and give news. We also have materials we can sell. We have cameras, we have equipment, stands, microphone that we can sell. That's also entrepreneurship. So having entrepreneurship as one of the units in communication, I think is also key, and it's very helpful.
Yeah. Marianne, as a BCom student, this is where business is all taught from left, right, and center. Do you intend to start a business in the near future, for instance?
Yes.
Or do you intend to just in the near future start business as your career?
Not really my career. I have my career that I want to attain, but yes, I am intending to start a business, just like I had said earlier. We're just waiting for time a little bit, then I'll just get off started.
Yeah, thank you. Kimberly, you're a law student, a lawyer. Most of the time lawyers are in courts, everywhere. Just I don't know whether lawyers start businesses.
We do.
Do they?
We do.
Yeah.
We do.
Do you have one, or do you intend to have one?
I have one, and I intend to start a business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
To that point, we have come to the end of the show. Thank you for your time. Thank you for showing up and sharing your thoughts with us. I wish that we could have continued that, but time is not on our side.
Pleasure.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
To that point, we are going to come to the end of our show. Thank you for watching. I was your host, Anton Twin.
Oh my God, that was good.